afternoon, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. John Kelly, profiler here, and welcome. Welcome to part 49 of our very sad series, Who Killed Libby German and Abby Williams? Very sad case, and we'd like to give our condolences and sympathies all to the friends and families of Libby German and Abby Williams. Today's part 49, and can we eliminate Richard Allen is the question. You know, I must say right now, as a disclaimer, that everybody's innocent to proven guilty in a court of law, including Richard Allen. I'd like to thank everybody for purchasing my book, all the purchases and feedback you've given me. I can't thank you enough. Discovering Lazarus, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of John Kelly, how I kicked a very heavy-duty cocaine addiction, became a counselor, moved on to psychotherapist, and then becoming a profiler. Can't thank you all enough. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And please feel free to comment on anything at all you hear today. And we always appreciate you subscribing if you like this. If you like us, please subscribe. You know, I have to talk about memberships as well. We're going to be doing something with memberships not too far distant future. We will keep you posted. We're not exactly sure how we're going to handle it. Looks like it's going to be a private kind of membership situation. Today, in talking about eliminating Richard Allen, I have to talk about my friend and colleague, Frank Adamson. Frank Adamson was the commander of detectives and ran the Green River case, was involved with not only Gary Ridgway in the Green River case. You know, Gary, I think, admitted to 49 murders, but also was on the tail end of the Bundy case, and Frank was involved in the Bundy case as well, okay, because Bundy and Ridgway came from that particular area up there in Washington. So that is something I was very happy to be involved in, and really, truly became friends with Frank. Again, my friend and colleague and mentor. I've learned so much from him. And one thing he taught me, which is very important for all of you guys, all right? It's very important to understand that when you want to go out and you have a suspect, and you want to find out if that suspect's guilty, try to eliminate him. If you can eliminate him from being a suspect, probably not the guy's probably not guilty. But if you cannot eliminate him and prove that he's innocent, then guess what? The case only gets better, because you can't prove he's innocent if he's really the guy, right? You can't eliminate him. So this is very, very important. With that being said, let's take a look at eliminating, Richard Allen. I have a hard time with it. We'll see what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's go back to that day right before the bridge. A man approached Libby and Abby before they went onto the bridge when they were dropped off by Kelsey. Speculation is that he not only approached Libby and Abby, but tried to strike up a conversation with them. And then later on, Abby asked Libby, when they were coming across the bridge, if creepy guy or something to that effect was coming up behind her. Again, little speculation there, but I don't think too much speculation. You know, Richard Allen was considered a creepy guy all the way back to his days at Walmart, from what we understand and what we found out. And this is according to Joe Lynn's story and other women who worked there. Okay? They call him creepy. They felt he was very creepy, sexually creepy, bottom line. You know, fast forward a little bit here. As they're coming across the bridge, Libby took a video of Bridge Guy, not Bridge Guys. Okay, so we're clear on that. There's also an understanding or speculation that bridge guy passes by the girls, supposedly pulls a gun, supposedly you could hear it click, and then he says the three great words, infamous words, down the hill. Ellie puts out his voice. Ellie puts out his voice. Law enforcement in Delphi puts out his voice. Very smart. Let's put his picture out. Let's put his voice out and try and catch this guy. Okay. The bottom line is that there is only one voice. It's not voices. Okay. There's only a picture of one guy and there's only a voice of one guy. There's not multiple guys, bridge guys, and there's not multiple voices. All right. So let's everybody focus in on what we pretty much know or really suspect. Ellie does not put out voices of other men talking from Libby's phone. She had that phone going. I think they have some tape still left on that phone. I think there's some information still on that phone and some words still on that phone that they didn't divulge. Now that's interesting to me because if they put out Bridge Guy's voice, if there was another voice on that phone, why wouldn't they put that out as well? Because maybe somebody could recognize the other voice. Don't forget, there was a full court press on this to try and find out who Bridge Guy was. One picture, one voice is what I know of. I can't see them holding back certainly any pictures, and I truly believe, there's only one voice of one possible predator on that phone. Or the law enforcement would have put it out that there were more, and you would have heard their voices. Ellie circles back now to the beginning of the investigation, because at this point in the investigation, with all the information that's out there, by the voice, by the video that's been constantly playing for years, okay? There are no suspects, no definite suspects that can be pinned down. There's people of interest and people of interest that have been eliminated, but there is no particular suspect that Ellie's drawn down. So Ellie circles back, smart move, to the beginning of the investigation and finds out that Richard Allen was on the trails that day, around that time, but says he didn't see the girls. Okay. This was reported to some type of game commissioner, game official, game officer, wildlife supervisor. I don't know. Somebody that wasn't a regular cop or detective working the investigation specifically. So now they find out Richard Allen put himself there that day, put himself on the trail that day. So, of course, being good detectives, they're going to take a look at Richard Allen. He put himself there, right? Then we fast forward and Libby's bodies are found. There's an unspent bullet, okay? And it's found that Ellie says can be connected to Richard Allen's pistol. Because as they checked out Richard Allen from being there that day, they could see he owned certain pistols, okay? And I think some other weapons as well. Definitely knives. I know that. I don't know about rifles, shotguns, or whatever, but I assume a lot of people up there do a lot of hunting, but they did connect a pistol, okay? And they did connect an unspent round to Richard Allen's pistol, okay, when they did the search warrant. And a lot of this can be thrown out if the defense is correct. The search warrant can be thrown out, and then that means, anything that was found in the house, including the pistol, could probably be thrown out as well. out of the trial. So where do we start eliminating Richard Allen is what I want to know. Because if we're supposed to do this the right way and we have a suspect that, I mean, we've got to try to eliminate him, right? If we can eliminate him, right, then he's not the guy. So I'm asking you guys, how do you eliminate Richard Allen? Versus the Odinites, whoever they are. So, how do we eliminate Odinites that we don't even know who they are? We don't even have specific suspects. Okay. There may be a person of interest here or there, but I'm talking about a suspect who the cops have drawn down on and who happen to even have incarcerated right now. Okay. And he is only a suspect, until he's proven guilty in a court of law, like I said in the beginning. So how do we eliminate Richard Allen is the question. Why don't we think about that and, take your energy and put your energy into that? How do you prove Richard Allen is not a suspect and did not kill these girls? I mean, it has to be proven in court, but how do you start to eliminate him as a suspect here? And how can we eliminate so-called Odinites when none of them have officially been called a suspect to even begin with by law enforcement? You see what I'm saying? So it's very important here to not lose track of reality. The reality of Richard Allen, who is a live physical person who has been charged with the murder of Libby and Abby, charged. Okay, he's a suspect. All right. Not guilty yet. All right. We got to wait and see what the court says. How do you get off him and get onto some Odinite who really nobody seems to have any kind of physical proof whatsoever on? There's a lot of conspiracy theory, but there is too with Sasquatch and Bigfoot and everything else too. I want to see evidence, so-called probable evidence. Okay. And I'm asking you guys what you say, what you want to say. All right. So here's what we have. And then I don't know what we're looking for or what we've seen or what we have over here besides a theory. So anyway, I'd love to hear back from you guys. Tell me what you think. I truly appreciate you. Please stay safe out there. Please make it a good day. And send us your comments. Again, it's important to us on how you're digesting this, because there is a lot going on here. And there's family members and friends definitely who've been hurt, along with the, of course, murders of Abby and Libby. Okay, again, thank you so much. Until we meet again, God bless.